Hello, hello out there, baseball fans and collectors. I know it's a big night in the U.S. American politics. There's a debate going on tonight, but in the spirit of debating real important issues to this world, we're going to talk some Topps Chrome pack odds, some MVP chances, and things of that nature. So thanks everybody for joining us. We appreciate you tuning in. There's been a lot of chatter even before we came on, Chris, about Vladimir Guerrero.
Ooh. Yeah, Jamie Kerrigan, you definitely know, and SFO Sox fan. Like, the reason we're a couple minutes late is I was laying on the ground. I passed out when Guerrero hit that home run.
Yes, Chris's wife had to bring some smelling salts in, but he also had a double, I believe, in this game.
A broken bat double to right down the right field line. Yeah,
wow,
2 extra base hits. So I don't know, Jeff, but he looks a lot better. I honestly, maybe the haircut really is doing.
He's turning it on. He wants to get that invite to the home run derby. What's up, Silver Fox? Glad to be thought of as a gem 10. Appreciate that.
I feel like he worked on making adjustments in the offseason, and maybe it just takes a while to get there.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah,
he's hitting the ball hard. He's hitting the ball in the air, which is exciting.
And Bichette's back. Maybe the Blue Jays are showing signs of life. I saw Professor said he's actually been holding on to Springer. I couldn't hold on to him that long. So somebody else is reaping the rewards of George Springer.
I mean, to be fair, Jeff, it's one game of rewards after there were like 60 games of nothing but pain.
True.
So
true.
Uh-oh.
Oh, boy. Apparently, Vlad's officially cursed now because he's been spoken about on the Blabbin' 'Bout Slabbin'.
I mean, he's been cursed for since 2021. I feel like he's been pretty cursed. Yeah, I don't think we can hurt him.
It's almost like a reverse the curse.
Right?
Yeah.
All right, hold on. I just want to throw this one up there. Oh, sorry. Professor's dugout. This one deserves I agree, buddy.
Yes, we'll get into some Ohtani versus Harper. Who should be elected MVP? Jeff, yes, I saw the Churio inside the park home run. It just was a mad dash. It was a mad dash around the bases. That was a lot of fun to watch.
Oh, yeah. I also, we got a question from Mad City Brew here. I wasn't home, so I had it on the radio, and the Braves radio announcer in the top of the 9th inning before the inning started said, "How did we get here?" I think he said something to the effect of I would have guessed this score a million times, but for the Braves to be losing 1-0 to the worst team in baseball's bullpen.
Yeah. Bullpen. And Sale did his part.
Oh, he pitched great. Yeah. I don't know. But anyway, moving on. Sorry, Jeff, you highlighted a different comment. Didn't mean to cut you off. I'm a little behind here.
I know. We're just getting a lot of... I haven't heard this. Vlad to the Astros is becoming the talk of the deadline. I wonder what our neighbors to the north think about that.
Wow. Excellent wordplay, by the way.
Yes.
That Silver Fox, that's well done. I tell you, he would be a fantastic fit right there in that ballpark, wouldn't he?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Man, he and Jordan going back to back, that little short porch in left for him. Although the wall is pretty high, so I don't know if he can get over it, but he could certainly hit a lot of balls into it. Man, I don't know if Houston has what it would take to get him, though.
Chris is very good at multitasking, so he might be watching the debate and can give you some play-by-play as it goes on. But
we're in a politics-free zone. Only the politics of MVP votes and Topps Chrome pack odds will be discussed.
Speaking of Topps Chrome, Matt has a question. So we've talked a little bit about Chrome since the checklist was released a couple weeks ago. We've had a little time to digest it. We talked about it quite a bit on Spitball and Cards. If you guys haven't checked that out, please do. But Chris also has some interesting pack odds, which have started appearing. I don't know if they make us more likely to rip them or not, but
yeah, it's highly unlikely Jeff and I rip any of this short of maybe a retail blaster or something if they have those this year. You know, you with your kids or me with my dad.
Case, and I thought, where are we going to get this case? We're going to get a case to rip? All right.
Unless somebody would like to donate it to the Blabbin' 'Bout Slabbin' YouTube channel.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're right. The expanded checklist, we're talking about 300 cards here. A parallel rainbow that is just absurd, but I mean, entertainingly absurd. At this point, we know what to expect. They can add anything they want, but we still know that just, blue, gold, orange, red. Outside of that, doesn't really matter what they put in there. We don't want it anyway.
You guys, if they were smart, they
Oh.
would be putting a decoy card in. That'd be a great SSP. That might get us to rip.
Well, here's what's interesting about it. Let's talk about Topps Chrome first, and then we'll get to some Instagram shout outs, Jeff.
Great.
So I was like a lot of really cool, interesting people with many, many friends and a vibrant social life do. I was really combing through the Topps Chrome pack odds that were released. They still haven't given us like the variation checklist, but they've given us pack odds. And there's some pretty interesting stuff in there.
All right.
The most interesting thing that I found, they have image variations as usual with the same speckle variations,
Yeah,
so
of course.
at this point we have to accept that they're not going to change that. But I didn't see like SSPs listed specifically, but what they do have on there are those award winner variations.
Yes.
Those 6 cards.
Those look,
Was
those
Acuna,
sound like they could be.
yes, Acuna, Ohtani, Snell, Cole, Gunnar, Carroll.
Yeah, very good. So a couple more impressive than others.
Now, the talk of decoy is what I thought too. I don't know what these images are going to be, but when Ohtani won his MVP award, his Beagle was sitting right next to him.
Yes.
If that's that card, we're going to have to track one of those down.
Yes. Should be, it'd be a great dual auto candidate too.
Oh my God. Yeah. Give me the Ohtani auto and a little paw print. All right.
All right. Well, let's hear about some of these pack odds. Andrew, while Chris is pulling those up, I mean, we're in your camp. We're going to mainly be buying singles. I like this opportunity to buy a Top Series 2 Yamamoto Father's Day Blue for $10 less than a hobby box.
Wow.
Great choice.
Yeah.
Great choice.
All right. So I want to talk about these award-winning variation cards and your likelihood of pulling them, Jeff.
Okay. All right. So you think we're going to get it in our one blaster we pick up from Target?
I don't think they're going to be in there, first of all. But second of all, no. So it's right down here. It's the last thing listed. And
okay.
Yeah, this is about, I don't know if I can get this any bigger here.
No, that's yeah. That's
okay.
right.
Yeah, there we go. There we go. Yep.
All right. You got
a grower, not a shower. All right. So we can see this at the bottom, award winner base variation.
Okay.
So the first number you're going to see is in hobby boxes. So that is 1 in 26,185 hobby packs.
Packs. Okay. Well,
The only other thing it's listed in, so that's Hobby Jumbo is next, and I see a dash.
So it's not there, right?
And then this is Breaker's Delight. 1 in 1,112 Breaker's Delight packs.
Wow.
Which I think is just one pack, right? So that's a box.
Wow.
So these bad boys are going to be really, really hard to find.
Did you do any extra math backing out how many that means you think the print run is going to be of those variations, Chris?
I did not, but
chasing majors.
Yes. However, if we go up to the base card image variations, this is your regular SPs. In the past, there have been 20 of these, if I'm not mistaken. And last year, or 2022, I think it was, Jeff, the number of orange speckles, total like orange speckles printed, seemed to match the SSPs based on pack odds.
Okay.
Here, you can tell they're a little bit less. So the pack odds are a little bit lower. So 21,351 as opposed to 26,000.
Mm-hmm.
But there's also one more award winner variation. Usually there's just 5 SSPs. And here we're looking at 6.
Okay, so if we carry the one.
Yeah, if I had to guess, I think ballpark in this, there's going to be around 100 of those award winner variations.
Okay.
And there are just an absolute ton of these packs. And by the way, black, you can see there's a black speckle on the image variations. I think these are numbered at a 10, 1 in 53,000 packs. So it's good to see them bringing black refractors back.
Okay, so hold on a second. All right, so JV's saying 100 SSPs per player last year. Is that right?
Yeah, that's right about where it has been. Yeah.
So Chasing Majors though is saying it's more like 23, and he's saying they print the print run approximations on our website. He's guessing 23 for the award winner variations.
Oh, that would make me really, really excited if that's. I'll go with that. I'll even round it up to 25 to make it a little more. I mean, again, I'm trusting that this gentleman did the math, Jeff, whereas I was absolutely eyeballing it.
Yeah.
But 23 to 25, that sounds fantastic. And that sounds like an Acuna card I'm going to have, unless the image is just so terrible that it ruins my summer.
So Chasing Majors, let us know if you said you have it on your website. Is your website Chasing Majors? Because I'm sure people would love to get that information, including us. So if that is your website, let us know how to get there.
Okay.
Oh, this better not be true. This better not be true, Mad City.
Uh-oh, what do we got?
We did do a header over the sideline again.
I wasn't sure that game was still going on. Let's go with, unless we get some confirmation from someone who might be in my living room who could flip on the Phillies game and give us an update. That'd be great. But let's forget about that for a minute and look at the screen, because let's go through. This is your rainbow.
Mr. Lombardo said it looks like a hamstring cramp. I'm very familiar with that. I had one of those last night. So
yeah, let's hope it's a cramp.
All right, Chris. So this looks like a rather lengthy list you've got up here.
It does, but Jeff, you know what concerns me a little bit about that Harper cramp?
What?
You know what? What did we do? What did we do last night?
Got me a pinch runner.
We bought a Harper card last night, Jeff.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
So yeah, you may as well just assume he's out for 6 weeks.
So the curse is intact.
Yeah, let's see how it shakes out. So we got refractor, X-fractor, prism, sepia, pink, negative. All that is normal, and by normal I mean they've done it before. What we are now seeing is right here the introduction of speckle refractors to base cards.
All right, so wait a minute. So we've got speckle. And for each color, we got speckle, sonar, and the regular refractor.
I think
some have lava.
Let's not jump to any conclusions on continuity here. But in the past, since whenever it started with these damn speckles, 2021 maybe 2022, the speckles were only for image variation parallels, and now I believe this is going to be the first year we see them for regular base card parallels, which could be very confusing.
I mean, this is over the top. So some colors are going to have a speckle.
Some are
going to have a sonar. Some are going to have a lava, and some are going to have a wave, all in the same set.
Purple's got speckle, sonar, and a refractor. Aqua, refractor and lava. Blue's got a refractor and sonar. We've got a green refractor, green sonar, green wave, blue wave. I mean,
is the ray wave in there, like Professor mentioned? I know that's something else they've been introducing. Okay. Yeah, there it is at the bottom. Yeah. Oh, more aqua ray wave, blue ray wave.
They just keep coming. They just keep coming. What is cool, I will say, I'm very happy to see the black refractors are back. Those always look great. I don't know why they got rid of those.
Yes, that's one good thing. That's
yes. And it looks like because they're sandwiched here between red and orange, I'm guessing these are out of 10. Those are going to be cool.
Yeah, I see they also have a black ray wave.
Yeah, but that black refractor is going to look especially good with like the orange on the Orioles logo, and that's going to look great. For holidays.
Donnie wants to know, wasn't there speckle last year, but it was limited.
Was there? I thought the speckles last year were only for image variations, but to be fair, I mean Jeff and I didn't rip any, so I really don't know.
I think that's what I was implying, that just for the variations.
Yeah, I think they were just for variations, and I hated saying the word speckle. But I know in 2022
is this Shelly. I don't know. This is much too high to count.
Well, we can do it real quick here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14.
That's true, Jeff. Everybody's gonna have a color match. Purple speckle last year, Plumberman says.
All right, 33, not counting the super or the printing plates.
Hey, I think that was my guess. Because what was it, 29 last year? I think we were guessing.
It was high 20s last year, and Bowman was 31 for the prospects.
So Bazooka's asking, will it be harder to pull a base card than a parallel in Chrome? It might be.
Yeah, I mean the base cards are going to be harder to pull, but that doesn't mean that there are going to be less of them. They're just going to print more and more boxes.
I know. It's just kind of funny.
Yeah, it is funny. But yeah, I mean, like
Sox fan has a Harper question.
Oh God. Yes.
Buy the PSA 9 black refractor or the raw gold Bowman rookie auto. He was watching both. Neither of those were ours, or we didn't buy either of those.
Yeah, we did not buy either. But what? Oh, did we buy that black refractor in 2012? Looks really great, doesn't it?
Yeah.
The border's thick. Like that card looks cool, especially with the Harper image. I was watching them both. SFO Sox fan, which one went higher? Out of curiosity. Cardaholic there. I did not see a food fractor on this list.
Yeah, I was kind of hoping for like a Hardee's fractor, but maybe that was a 1-year wonder.
I mean, to be fair, it wouldn't be a parallel like that, right? It would have to be there's no taco. Hold on. I just did a quick scan for fractor. Let's see. Autographs, legend autographs, seam head autographs. Jeez, a lot of words in some of these insert cards, Jeff.
It's absurd. Yeah. Chasing Majors is pointing out that there's 7 non-serial parallels. The rest are numbered, which I mean, it goes to show that Topps is realizing that people like numbered cards.
Oh, hold on. Wait
a
minute, Jeff.
What?
So we said 33 parallels, right?
Yeah.
Well, hold on a second. The frozen fractor is back. So that's 34. And there's something here called the Lightboard logo base variation. So that's 35.
Lightboard.
It has kind of a Star Wars feel to it, but
it does. I kind of don't tease me.
Every time I see this Strokes parallel, I chuckle to myself because I'm a child.
What is any idea what the Strokes parallel is?
It's nothing I feel comfortable discussing on the show.
Fair enough. We'll leave that to the presidential debate.
Yes, I have no idea.
Peeps, this was brought up on as well when we were talking on Spitballing Cards. Yes, the sheer volume of Prism parallels. When I first came back into the hobby, I did start with basketball, and I just got blown away by the amount of parallels they had and how crazy some of them looked, and quickly got out of that. And you're right, this is looking more like that.
Yeah, okay. I will go back. I will go back and look. I don't remember there being like a bunch of speckle refractors for non-variations. I know they had variations in Update too, but I could be wrong because I see someone else said there were also magenta speckles. So maybe they were magenta mini diamonds, and now
I think somebody, either professor was talking about that. He was saying the speckles and the mini diamonds almost look the same, and yet they call them different things. So
yeah. John and Dan Sports Cards. Yeah, the odds are kind of what we're talking about right now. If you just do a quick Google search, they're up on the Topps website. They have all the pack odds.
And check out what was Chasing Majors. Chasing Majors says they have them on their site too, which is great.
Okay, yeah, we definitely check that out because they did the math. And it sounds like those guys are much better at math than Jeff and I, especially me.
They like the math.
Yes, if Rediscovering Sports Cards wants to do some math to confirm, I would welcome the backup. Okay, PSA 9 refractor, $1,200. Ooh, wow, really close.
Very close.
Interesting.
Yeah, SFO Sox. That black is a great card. I can't imagine there's a lot of PSA 10s of that either.
No. I don't know, Jeff. Of those two cards, which one would you rather have? Stuff. The PSA, the black's out of 100, the gold auto's out of 50. Yeah, Topps Chrome versus Bowman Chrome. I mean, that's tough.
Yes, it would if the raw looks good, I would probably go with that. Even
a gold auto is really hard to turn down.
Yeah,
right?
Gold rookie auto. Yeah. Bard, thanks for joining. Appreciate that. Not sure if we're going to get any more. Donnie
Sports Card did a little research for us. So there were purple and magenta last year. And by the way, the colors purple and magenta, you could show me those two colors. I'm not guaranteeing I'll be able to tell them apart.
Yeah.
Especially on a card. But I will watch a couple breaks. Speaking of that, Jeff, because I enjoy watching breakers attempt to identify what the parallels are.
Yeah.
But if your perspective, go ahead.
I just have to mention, I think Jorge's here, and I called him out on my Instagram. He sent me this the Star Wars card the other day.
Oh yeah,
which is awesome. The Sapphire Return of the Jedi. So it was very nostalgic. I have some Sapphire Star Wars, but I don't have any Return of the Jedi. And I thought this was green because it looked very green, but
it looks green to me.
It's not green. So
what is it?
It's an aqua.
Aqua.
Yeah. Wow. So Jorge had to help me out with that. So yes. So when you're looking through these cards, it's hard to tell what's what, especially when you have 30 different numbers.
I tell you, Jeff, when we first started getting back really into this, we realized we could barely read the codes on the back of the cards because the font was so small, and now we can't figure out what color we're looking at. The hobby's getting
Yeah.
tougher on us every day.
It's not a hobby for old people, I guess. They're really trying to target that younger demographic with the very sharp 20/20 vision.
This is M. Parsons with a good question. What do you do if you're colorblind? Maybe they're going to have to start putting Braille on the edges
Oh
so
yeah.
we can tell. I don't know, because the numbering is all a disaster too. Half of these things are going to have the same number.
Yeah, boy. Any breakers who are on having some help while they're opening these, it might be a little tough to explain.
And please remember a thing Jeff and I say a lot: just because something is numbered doesn't mean it's valuable. Like there's going to be a ton of numbered stuff in here.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, they're really loading that number. Well, Professor, I think it happens to be both. I mean, those codes are so small on the back of those Topps cards. They don't need to make them that small. Come on. And they went the complete other way with the golden mirrors, where they changed the whole color of the back so you can recognize it's an SSP. But they could have found somewhere in between, probably.
All right. Hold on, Jeff Bugenhagen. Fantastic name, by the way. I assume you got some Scandinavia in you. That is that's a great point. You know, a couple bourbons, a couple whiskeys, and the color won't matter.
It won't. And the number, since the number doesn't matter anyway. Here we got some other suggestions. We got the Braille fractor and the blind fractor.
The blind fractor. All right, so Bartomeu here. I love the clear acetates out of 10. I'm a huge fan of those.
Yes.
I think I have a Devers right now.
Yeah.
I got lucky enough to find on eBay. I have, someone sent it to me. And they gave me, I think he literally started a timer. He's like, you have 5 minutes to buy this or I'm buying it. And I happened to see his message in time. We had an Ohtani Gold Cup a couple years ago, but I think we sold it to buy a bigger Ohtani.
We did. That was very cool. Yeah, I love the clear. They're very tough to find in good condition. Inexplicably, there's a lot of 2014 Mookies that are gems. But for the most part, the acetate scratches really easily and you can't wipe them down very much. So
yeah, they are very, very cool. I think they started in 2014. Yeah, I think that was the first year. And they look great. They're really cool on the back too. Okay. Ooh, the Braille factor, the blind fractor. Whew. All right, hold on. Silver Fox with a question for us. Mookie Bowman Chrome first auto. Beckett 9.5 out of 10, 9.9. Ooh, those are really great subs. I mean, what does a Silver Fox our question be? What's a PSA 10 go for?
Right. If the PSA 10 is greater than, say, 1600, it's probably a good buy. I think we were just talking. This is one of the cards that came up in our spitballing episode that just dropped today, right, Chris? We were talking about the Bowman first autos comparing Judge, Harper, Mookie, and just where their values lie. Yeah.
Ooh. So yeah, I would say if that's about, like Jeff said, 75, 80% of a PSA 10, then that sounds like a pretty good price. I would like to think maybe you could negotiate it down a little bit with his injury, but that's a great card. Mookie has not signed anything on cards since then. So
nope. It's probably a good time to buy it.
Yep. Ooh, Professor's dugout. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I was just saying that Jeff says it's German, but Norse in ancestry. So and his cousin was a 2-time NCAA wrestling champion at UW. Awesome.
Nice.
Great. Big Ten Wrestling's where's that?
Wow. Jeff, do you have any thoughts for Jamie Kerrigan here?
Besides the main red, gold, etc. What is your favorite? Our Canadian spelling of favorite, right? Are we talking about just chrome? Because I'm glad that they're putting black back in there, because in flagship, the black parallel is one of my favorites. And so I'm glad that's back in chrome. So that would probably be it.
We got to go with the blue. The blue has been in there for, I feel like the blue has existed for 20 years now. So just about.
What is that? I guess that seems like that's one of the main ones, right?
Well, he said the main red, etc. Okay, so yeah,
red,
the blue
gold,
qualifies
blue.
that.
So I'm thinking he meant of the newer ones, but yes, blue is a great one.
And honestly, I stop right there. I'm just not interested in anything else. I'd rather pony up the money.
The other way to go is the base refractor. If you got the base refractor out of $4.99, that's especially if it's a player whose cost is really high, right? That's a good way.
Yeah, that in terms of Bowman firsts, yes. But if Jamie's talking about Topps Chrome, then
yeah, kind of
just to swing around a little bit.
But
there's just all that other stuff seems to me noise, absolute noise. I don't know. I've never seen Jeff buy a lava or a ray or a mini diamond or a speckle of any kind.
No, not yet.
Oh,
Not
yeah.
yet.
Silver Fox with a great. Yeah, color match. That's a good point. All right, so that might be a time for greens if you're buying any Oakland A's players for whatever reason. Mason Miller last year, maybe, I don't know. Matt Olson's Topps Chrome rookie autos with the green do look really good with his A's jersey, I will say.
Yeah. And I agree with Professor that the black with this year's design will be fantastic. I don't know. I mean, will it look it'll be all black instead of, are the base cards going to be the transitional lenses like we've seen on the flagship?
I believe that's what the mock-ups look like that I've seen online, are the half black, half white. So yeah, it'll look kind of like a flagship black card.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, all right. We're getting some Mookie Bowman Chrome numbers here.
Great.
Jorge with a great question, though. Better question is, which parallel makes you the most mad? That's a good question. That is a great question, Jorge. So many of these ruin my mood. Hold on.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe the lava. I don't even know. All of them.
Yeah, there's a lot in there.
All the non colors. I mean, even if it's an aqua, okay, at least it's a regular aqua, but don't give me the aqua sonar wave or ray wave.
Yeah, I think Jeff hit the nail on the head here. I'm going to aqua lava as I look at this list. For some reason, that's the one that makes my skin crawl a little bit.
Aqua lava.
Yeah, it's a color we don't need, and like a version of that color that we don't need. It's a bummer.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, look at that. Speaking of color matches, John's and Dad's sports cards. Yeah, some of the sonars, like the lavas, like they look okay, but they're just like superfluous, totally unnecessary, and they have no like hobby history.
Well, what's crazy is then you're getting all these other sets too, right? I mean, they got rid of sonar, so they're putting it in here, but we're still getting cosmic, right? So we're going to get more chrome-ish parallels out of there.
Probably, yes. All right, here we go. Some of these are great. Frozen Fractor annoys me to no end.
Yeah.
Professor's Dugout. Yeah,
Numbering.
Absolutely. Doesn't make any sense. At least, I mean, if you're going to do those, make them use the atomic design at least, so they look like cracked ice. Purple sonar.
Yeah, some more sonar.
Yeah, SFO Sox fan dropping some science on us. Yeah. show me one a volcano spewing aqua lava.
Yeah, it's probably in the movies.
Yeah. Oh, all right. Alan Forrest knows exactly how to just get under my skin and pull a fingernail out. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Really frustrating. But unfortunately, a thing we have to kind of work around.
Yeah. All right. Well, this gets to the crux of it. A. Plummerman says the alternative is one hit per case because they aren't printing less. Yes. So that's where the major issue is, right? They want to keep print numbers up, so they're trying to put whatever they can call as hits in the product. So yeah, it's a double-edged sword, and that's one reason that we stay away from the product.
Yeah, I mean, I don't. Yeah, to be clear, like these are annoying to see, but like I don't hate what they're doing. I understand why they're doing it. They need to put something shiny and numbered in each box so they can say, "Hey, you got something in there. You got like a number, an aqua parallel numbered out of 399, and an autograph of someone who's already retired from baseball." You know, that's what we promised, and that's what you got. So I totally get it. It just makes Jeff and I, we still like the product. There are still single cards in here we are going to chase and hunt down and try to buy, but it removes us from the ripping.
Right.
Completely.
And I think part of what is frustrating to us too is, like I was saying before, they're adding the number to it. So it's making it more frustrating because people think they're actually getting a hit. Okay, so you get a numbered card out of $7.99 that probably sells for like $3 on eBay. And is that going to pay for your $180 box? No. So that's kind of what's frustrating too, because it's almost like, especially people that are new to the hobby or joining breaks just to get numbered cards, you're not making that money back at all.
No, it's just straight up gambling is what it is. I mean, you know, it's going to take an absolute, you know, shot in the dark hit to to make this worthwhile. I mean,
well, yeah, look at this. I mean, we've talked about this too.
Yep.
When we first got the checklist and looked at it on Spitball, and I think Chris and I, who are pretty big baseball fans, there's a huge amount of players on that checklist we've never heard of.
Yeah, it's like 154, 155 names. And I think you and I knew combined like a third of them. I think we could recognize about 50. Cody Funderbunk. I keep saying his name.
It's a great name.
Great name. But I don't know who that is.
Yeah. So you're going to get these and they're going to be worth $3 or $4. I think we calculated there's probably going to be 3 or 4 that would actually pay for the box, and that's it.
Yeah, because a Corbin Carroll base auto right now is under $100 for
his rookie
bucks
when we looked. Yeah.
So I mean, like, it's just so frustrating to look at these odds, and you think about people going out to their hobby shop with their kids and buying like 2 hobby boxes, going home, and just that money evaporates instantaneously. When for that $300, Jeff, they could probably get a nice Ellie De La Cruz rookie auto, or something else good.
Yeah. Well, we know how much you like investing in opened wax, Phil.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's a great opportunity for it. It's going to be a long-term investment.
I would love the idea, Jeff, if Filmington was a very quiet, like, ripper. Never mentioned it, but he just tore through case after case after case. Like, he just couldn't stop.
But it might be. This is in reference to Harper. Wills says he pulled his hamstring. We heard it maybe it was a cramp. Let's hope it's a cramp.
We're going with cramp.
But we did just talk him up for MVP. In fact, we're going to talk about him again tonight. And Chris and I just bought a card of Harper last night. So
I mean, I don't know. I mean, literally the card was mailed to us this morning. So my guess is by the time it arrives, like, his career will be over.
Hey, it could be worse. We could find out today that as our Wander Franco SSP gets dropped into the mail, we could hear that news. So pulled hamstring maybe isn't quite so bad.
Yeah.
All right, SoCal Rage. This is a great idea. The Choco Taco Fractor. Winner gets to decide if they're placed back into production. It was pretty big hullabaloo when Choco Tacos stopped being produced, and I think that would be big.
Yes. A. Plummerman also summarizing this very well. Oh, whoops, hit the wrong one. Sorry. There we go. And this is exactly right. If those boxes were $100 or like 90, 95, $100, no problem. That'd be great.
And I believe, so what do we, on Spitball, and I think Phil said that last year the product was like 120, 125-ish, something like that.
Yeah, for a hobby, I think that started around there. Yeah,
it's a huge jump in price year over year. And I was saying that I'm sure that they just see all the money that breakers are making as they're upcharging all these teams and figure they want a piece of it, which makes sense. But at what point are the breakers going to be priced out where their customers aren't going to want in on the product? And I'm thinking that's going to be soon.
Oh, this is terrible, but I'm laughing at it, so I'm a bad person. Bazooka Tom, I know you said you're getting more interested in vintage. You didn't buy a Maze card last week, did you? I shouldn't laugh at that. It's awful. It's awful. You should be ashamed of yourself. We did not buy a Maze card.
No.
But that is funny. That might be an early front runner for our comment of the week, Jeff.
I was thinking that. Yeah. Yes. If anybody hasn't been following us on Instagram, please do. We put up a comment of the week every week after the show. So there were some good ones from last week. I believe Jorge and SFO Socks were the comments of the week this week.
Yes. So that's the Phillies manager saying hamstring injury update tomorrow. Son of a bitch.
All we said was, can't we just get 150 games out of Harper and Ohtani? I wonder if this was maybe Ohtani has some sort of voodoo doll and he's like kind of a Nancy Kerrigan thing where he's taken out all of the people who could possibly beat him in the MVP race.
I think you mean Tanya Harding thing. Don't blame Nancy Kerrigan. What was I going to say? Yeah, well, no, I refuse to believe this. I'm going to
Nancy Kerrigan. This.
Yeah, I refuse to believe this. Will Sports Cards. This is funny. There's different kinds of motivation, I guess people can get. Whew. Oh man, let's just hope Harper's okay. I'm sure he's fine.
Yeah, I'm sure he's fine. Or hey, you mean Manny Ramirez? Okay.
Yeah. Oh boy. Yeah, Jeff Galooly, shout out.
I mean, Ohtani's interpreter is kind of a Jeff Galooly type character in this.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
All right. Well,
Hold on, this deserved a Steven again. This made me laugh. Yeah, the stroke parallels. I mean, I don't even know what the theme is there. Like,
is it a brush stroke? Is it a swinging stroke?
I don't know.
It's gonna be
Oh boy! All right, M. Parsons flipped the game on. Schwarber left the game with groin tightness. Boy, I tell you.
And the Marlins won. Oh my gosh!
Came back and won. Our Phillies
I think
fans.
Chris did mention on the last Spitball on how the Phillies haven't really been snake bitten by injuries, and maybe I think we were referring more to the pitching staff, but now maybe there's just some collateral damage here.
Oh God, I'm going to get blamed for this, Jeff, because as I said as I mentioned on one of our, I think at the Spitball we haven't released yet, I did buy a Phillies player's card. Right, this is the last card I bought. A Zach Wheeler Bowman Chrome rookie, a nice shiny red. I like Zach Wheeler. I mean, I like him when he's not pitching against the Braves, but I thought this was a good value. It's like $100, numbered out of 5. This is awesome. And so maybe he'll stay healthy, but the entire team around him is going to fall apart.
The rest of the team will collapse. Silver Fox does make a great point. This video going around of the ball boy saving Ohtani. Otherwise, we could be talking about Ohtani and Harper both being hurt. If you haven't seen this yet, check it out. It's amazing. Quick hands saved Ohtani from getting drilled in the head with the ball coming into the dugout. And this was so big that even my mom, who knows nothing about baseball, saw the clip and sent it to me. So Ohtani, man, he's playing with fire out there. He's going to be the last one standing. I don't know.
Yeah. Is he just like, you know what, Bazooka Tom, I'm just going to leave it right there. And SFO Sox fan again, man, maybe this, that's pretty good.
More like reverse groin tightness, right?
Yeah, that's a nice way of saying it, Jeff.
Yeah.
Good Lord. Yeah, Los Bravos with another great.
That was a great catch by that ball boy.
Yeah, Los Bravos. Context is everything, isn't it?
Yeah.
Ay. Oh God. I mean,
well, I don't want to scare anybody, but as Chris knows, and as I've talked about, I just picked up my first Gunnar Henderson card. Look at this green beauty. I was going to bring this up tonight as a mention of do as we say, not as we do, but FOMO had me buying this ridiculous green paper parallel of Gunnar Henderson since I didn't have any cards.
Now, to be fair, though, Jeff bought it because he's thinking about changing his hairstyle, and this Gunnar shot is all about the hair.
Yeah, look at that.
I don't know. Do you guys think Jeff could pull this look off? We might have to get a fan right in front of him. Yeah. It might take a few months too, but I think if we put a fan in front of him, he could have this look on a future episode.
And look at that coloring of his hair between the brown and gray in my hair. It's almost like the brown and blonde in his hair. So maybe. Yeah. Anyway, so if anything happens to Gunnar, it's my $50 PSA purchase.
Right? Yeah. Seriously. Some of these comments are great. And there it goes. Yeah. Ay. Oh my goodness. I'm struggling with the Harper news. Oh God, I feel like he's gonna be okay. I don't know. Man.
I think SFO Sox fan, I need to do some I need to do some undercover work. In fact, I think there needs to be more baseball injury storylines in television film today.
Oh,
so
okay.
Maybe,
yeah, as long as they're fictional, I'm totally fine with it.
Well, maybe we can get to the bottom of why it happens.
Yeah, and Plumberman is right. Jeff Flows does not roll off the tongue. Somehow that back-to-back F sound doesn't really work. I don't know.
It kind of flows together. Jeff Flows.
Yeah. I just. Well, let's see. Artem used to ask me to stay away from Ezequiel Tovar. I have 3 fantasy teams. Tovar's on 2 of them. So he's bucking a trend right now.
Surprising he's been able to stay.
I don't have any of his cards, though. So maybe that's the thing that does it. I don't know.
The battery brings up a great point. There's going to be a better injured all-star list this year than the actual all-stars, most likely.
For the NL, especially. Yeah, they won't be elected, but Ozuna should be there. But I mean, legitimately, who else besides the pitchers would you put in there? No one. They've been awful. I mean, Ozzy Albies legitimately looks like me trying to hit major league pitching. It's embarrassing. But anyway, neither here nor there. Yeah. Tanner Kleins. please buy some Orlando Arcia. I will say, as much as last year we knew he was hitting out of his rear end. But the defense is still good, and that's the important thing out of your shortstop. Like there's theoretically enough hitters around Orlando Arcia that if he just plays great defense, that's fine. But right now there aren't any hitters around him.
Well, Jared Kelenic, he's making a late All-Star push.
Let's not get carried away, Jeff. But I mean, yeah, maybe All-Star next year. He's finding something.
Yeah.
Very slowly, but good Lord. Here
we thought we were going to have an upbeat conversation. I even have the Ohtani versus Harper head-to-head screen already pulled up to talk about, but it just kind of puts a damper on things.
It does. So let's try to raise our spirits, and let's look at some cards that our Instagram friends have picked up this week, Jeff, because this always makes me a little bit happier. I want to start with let me find it. Canadian to the Hobby just commented, so maybe he's still here. Yeah, Kelenic had 5 hits yesterday. Crazy. So here we go. The first one I want to talk about belongs to our good friend Canadian to the Hobby, who picked up his first Bowman Chrome first of Vladimir Guerrero Jr. over the weekend at a baseball card show.
Well, I love a Canadian to the Hobby. Maybe you're doing the anti-curse here.
Right. So he was able to find a first Bowman Chrome gold non-auto.
Beautiful card.
Yeah. Yeah, I did this card. This card is great. I know that there are people out there that don't like the first non-autos, but I mean, they're still, I think they're great, especially anything like, I like the refractors out of $4.99. Those always shine up really good.
Oh, yeah.
Golds and blues, reds.
Golds, blues, reds. Yeah, that's a beautiful card. Awesome.
Yeah, this is a really nice card. Great image.
It is strange, A. Plumberman, to see him on the thinner side. He was probably, about 16 when this shot was taken? But
yeah, 16 or 17 years old. He has a little bit of Gary Coleman going on this image in his face. I don't know what it is.
I can't see that close, but
when I look at this card, I just, what you're talking about, Willis, just comes into my head. I don't know why. I don't think I can make that any bigger. I'm sorry. Oh, wait, can I hold on?
John and Dad Sports Cards mentioning Vlad as a Yankee. I saw he recently backed off his never a Yankee comments, saying it is a business after all.
That's right. I mean, a little bit.
It's the puffy cheeks when he sticks his cheeks out.
The puffy cheeks, and if I'm being honest, Jeff, he's also looking up, which is usually the direction Gary Coleman was looking. Okay.
True.
I know that sounds bad. All right. Oh, hold on. All right. So the next up, we have a 90s card. One of the absolute best parallels from the 90s. And this one comes from Just Going By Walmart on Instagram. Okay, so he has always wanted this card his entire life. It's the 1991 Topps Cal Ripken Jr. Desert Shield.
And it's a gem? Oh my gosh.
I don't know how any of these cards could be a PSA 10, but look how clean these corners look. It's so cool. This is one of the best sets to come out of the 90s. Like, this is like right out of American history. These cards were given to soldiers in packs. Some of them made them back here, and here we go. A first ballot Hall of Famer. One of the best players ever. Really cool card.
Yeah, wow. A 10. Congrats on that pickup. That's a grail card for sure.
Absolutely. All right. That one really does lift my spirits. I'm not gonna lie.
It is nice.
The Chipper Jones out of there is a grail card for me. It's one I've always wanted, and every time I think I can afford one, the price jumps, or I get sniped at the end, or
something else comes up.
Yeah, I buy a Freddie Freeman card instead. Okay. But okay, next up, this one comes from Instagram user Sean O'Meter.
True.
If you're on Instagram, this guy's a huge fan of Jose Ramirez, and he picked up a really, really nice Jose Ramirez card.
Look at that. And we've talked about it several times. J-Ram doesn't have a lot of rookie cards.
He sure doesn't. So a Topps Chrome red, and this is 2014, so it's out of 25 and not 5, but still, just look at that. That card is absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, great image of it too. Good photography there.
Yeah. Yeah, so I was very jealous when I saw him post this. That's just a really cool card. All right. What else we got? Okay, this one's a little bit older. I'm behind by about a week on this one. I meant to show it last week and I forgot about it. But Gunnar Henderson has done nothing but continue hitting. So he's got a ton of rookie autos. And Matty H Cards here on Instagram is posting his red ink out of Heritage. And I think this is one of his absolute best rookie cards that you could get.
Yes. Beautiful card. Matty H has been collecting Gunnar, and this is, man, what a cornerstone of a collection that is.
Yeah, I don't know a lot of rookie autos, Jeff. I would want more than this, other than like, I don't know, Topps Chrome Red or something like that. But I mean, I take this over a gold, I think. There's just something about the red ink on the cards. Makes them special.
The paper stock, the red always looks good. You see it fits nicely across the white pants there.
Oh, yeah. It's, of course, almost all of these that I've seen are all centered top to bottom because, hey, Topps gonna Topps. But still, this is that is tremendous.
And yeah, and we've talked about those before. The red ink, the grade isn't quite as important on those.
Right. Agreed. Yeah, I mean, hand numbered. I mean, those are just so cool.
Yeah, check out Matty H's page on Instagram.
Yeah, a lot of cool Gunnar stuff on there. And Gunnar, by the way, is just I don't know, man. We should have known from his name, Jeff. A guy named Gunnar.
Well, it reminds me of Gunnar Nelson. Remember the Nelson twins with long blonde hair from the 90s?
I do, because my sister had not one but 2 posters of them in her bedroom.
I was going to say they had a video with a poster where they come down out of the poster into the girls' room, which is kind of creepy. But Gunnar Nelson. So that's what made me think of him. So I agree with James. He is the greatest Gunnar of all time. I believe he's better than the Nelson twins.
Yeah, I'll check with my sister, who she might be the dissenting vote on that one. But yeah, that video didn't age well, I don't think, Jeff.
No.
But anyway, all right, next up, another great Instagram account that we know very well, Marky Michaels.
Yes.
Who shares our fandom for Mr. Yordan Alvarez. Recently was able to gem this beautiful 2023 Stadium Club Yordan card. There's something, this image is spectacular. This is after he literally broke Robbie Ray's like will to live in that bottom of the, whatever it was, I think bottom of the 9th of the first Division Series game against the Mariners.
Yeah, and we talk about how cool it is when you can identify an exact moment when it's from in front of the home crowd. Yes.
Yeah, I mean this is awesome. That was unless you're a Mariners fan, and if you are, I apologize. That was an absolutely incredible moment, and it really sent Houston on, what became a World Series kind of run that they were on. But
yeah, here really I gotta step in. SFO Sox fan. I guess John and Dad was saying Mbop, which was much later. Nelson was like After the Rain. That was their big hit. So and thank you, SFO Sox fan. Yes. Oh no, Bob was Hansen. All right. Well, you get the idea. We'll do our After the Rain. Thank you, Cardaholic. We'll do our early 90s music review next week.
I tell you, I don't think I expected to hear the rock band Nelson talked about this much, but you never know what's going to pop up. By the way, I have a funny Mbop story that I will get to in a few minutes.
All right.
It's funny and it's sad at the same time, as I think, the band was. This card is awesome. And kudos to the camera guy here for making a cameo appearance. This is really good. The cheerleader could do a little squats, but that's I don't want to body shame anybody. This is just an awesome card. So congrats to Marky Michaels on his PSA 10. This is really cool. They were supposed to be autos of this image. I've only seen them with the 91 parallel and a box topper. So I'm still on the hunt for this, because what a great moment for Yordan here. All right, we're going to stick with Stadium Club for a couple minutes here, Jeff. I want to talk about this card that our good buddy Teapot shared.
Look at that.
Yeah, using the username Stadium Club Cards. Teapot has like
He's
6 Instagram accounts.
Yeah.
I don't even know. I realized at one point, like, a whole conversation was taking place on a post, and it was just Teapot talking to himself. So I hope he's okay. But Scooble has been absolutely incredible this year, and this is his best rookie image, in my humble opinion.
That's a great shot. Love the framing of it. Love the focus. So you got his head and glove in perfect focus, and leg less so. That's great.
And kudos to anyone who thought out of the 2021 rookie class that Scooble would probably be the best player 3 years later.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, Jeff and I recently looked at the sale of a Dylan Carlson Topps Chrome Gold refractor. And so if it looks like we've been crying, it's because we have.
Yeah, that was one of the reasons our prospecting days came to a quick end.
Yes.
Dylan Carlson.
Yep. All right. So I think that's what I got. I think I got all the ones that I grabbed. Wait. Did I do this one? Yes. And yes. So if you bought something cool and I didn't mention it, or neither Jeff or I mentioned it, I apologize.
And if you're not on Instagram, it's a great way to see cards you'd rarely see. So open up a card account, follow some accounts, and you can see some cool cards all the time.
All right, quick sidetrack, Jeff. While we a little palate cleanser as we move into our next topic. I'm a freshman at college, and I met a bunch of people. We would just hang out from 7 to 8 and watch The Simpsons on reruns.
Okay,
that's how I met people I'm still friends with today, which is funny. And then we would meet again at 12:30 to watch Conan O'Brien. Who this was late 1990s. Conan O'Brien was the greatest thing on TV.
Yeah,
some of the if you can find old clips, it's just hilarious. It's edgy. There's some fantastic stuff. So we decided we had a long weekend coming up. So we were going to leave on Thursday. We're going to get up really early, take the bus. I went to school in Rochester, New York. We're going to take the bus from Rochester into the city. And we got tickets to go see the Conan O'Brien show. We just we had to pick a date way in the future. We got the tickets. We got our bus pass. Off we went. We got there. We're really tired, obviously. And we realized in the lobby of the building, there was just an inordinate amount of teenage girls. And I remember saying to my buddy, this can't be good, whatever this is. We never looked to see who the guests were. The entire show was Hanson.
Only Chris, a teenage boy at the time, sees a room full of teenage girls and said, "This can't be good."
For the record, I was 19 years old. So
19?
Trouble brewing, Jeff.
All right.
Laws being what they are. So yeah, there was an entire show devoted to Hanson, and it was just kids. It was just 12, 13, 14-year-old girls screaming and screaming and screaming. So my two friends and I were the only men in the audience. And I'm using the word men very liberally.
Yeah, okay. So yes, the teenagers were pretty young, and the men in the story are also pretty young. Was there a lot of roller skating with Hanson on stage? I know there.
I don't recall roller skates, but I have seen Hanson perform MMMBop in person. And that is a memory that has stayed with me for some time. And it won't leave. There's things I wish I could drink away, Jeff, but and for some reason that memory won't go away.
Did Conan have some fun interviewing them at least? Was it
well, I'm sure he had a great time. But he used to they did really great sketches kind of before the guests came out. So we were really hoping for some stuff we knew that they did. Like in the year 2000 with Max Weinberg is really funny. Yeah. The Masturbating Bear was absolutely hilarious. And of course, Triumph the Insult Comic Dog. Those were our three favorites, but we didn't get one. They were trying something new. I don't remember what it was, but I remember just being and then it fell apart after
that. Did it sound better live? Jamie Kerrigan wants to know, and John and Dad says he's glad that he mentioned it now that he thought it was Nelson. So we got the story.
Did it sound better live, Jamie? That's a fantastic question. And I'm going to give you a very honest and legitimate answer. No, it did not. All right. One of my wife's best friends loves that song, and I have heard it quite a bit. And I will say that while it's not great in any format, it is better. It's better on recording than it is on live.
Than seeing it live. So Tomahawk's going to a show. Apparently one Backstreet Boy and one Sync dude are on tour. Maybe it's an acoustic set from them. Interesting.
I don't know. Well, I'm not going to lie.
We expect a full report.
Yeah. I'll be totally honest. I would absolutely go see a Backstreet Boy show.
I would love the Backstreet Boy show.
For sure.
I would definitely see it.
Yeah. I probably, Jeff and I probably know way more of their catalog than any two grown men should. But I Want It That Way is a karaoke staple.
A lot of karaoke favorites. I would be interested to see how well they do as a unit dancing at their ages now. But
hopefully they just take it easy.
Wants to know which Backstreet Boy. This is very important. We expect a full report next week, but I'm guessing Tomahawk probably doesn't know.
Tomahawk, if you want to pretend you're asking your wife and let us know which Backstreet Boy that is, because everyone's got a favorite. Oh, Professor's Dugout mentioned Pimpbot 3000, who was also great on the Conan show.
Spiders, we're going off topic. Well, I mean, your alternative is to flip back on the presidential debate.
Let's not even mention it. Oh, man. Debbie Gibson. Who mentioned that?
I think SFO Sox fan.
All right. Completely random thing. We won't talk about it again. But Debbie Gibson and Tiffany are in one of those really bad sci-fi giant reptile movies. I don't know if it's like Python or Boa versus
Yeah,
Python, but
yeah.
they're both in one and they fight and it's spectacular.
That was like off the Sharknado craze, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Yeah, won't be Justin. Yeah, that's for damn sure.
Yeah, we got some details. One of their names is AJ. Don't know if that's NSYNC or Backstreet Boys. I believe there's an AJ in Backstreet Boys.
Yes, I like that you pretended to not be sure.
I didn't want to say for sure, but
All right. Okay. All right. Anyway, all right. Moving on. By the way, one more random thing about this, then we're gonna get back to cards. This is really, really funny. That's fantastic trolling from the stage. I love it.
uh
All right. Okay. Okay. Now, oh goodness, Jeff, what do you want to talk about? Throw a topic out here.
all right. Well,
Stay on our thing.
since let's just leave the NL MVP topic alone, but I do want to talk about the AL. And so let me bring up some of the candidates here. MVP candidates, that is, guys.
Right. Okay. Okay.
All right.
Anyway.
Okay. Can you see a few of these candidates?
I see Gunnar, Judge, Soto, and Bobby Witt Jr.
Yeah. Let me see. I'm going to see if I can zoom in a little bit.
Oh, Bartomeu, thanks, man. I really enjoyed that episode too. I like it when we can get more card specific on if you're talking about spitballing. Sometimes we get into like these deep stat dives, and I just feel like I get kind of lost. Sometimes I feel like if I can't do the math to figure out a stat, then I don't know what to think about it. So I get what WAR means, but computing it way above my pay grade.
Yeah, we love talking about the problem is that Chris and I have developed an affinity for certain cards. Mega Python versus Gatoroid. We've developed an affinity for certain cards like Topps Black Parallels, maybe an Independence Day, Chrome Golds.
Yeah.
So we can only talk about it so many times because those are the cards that we think we should target. So yes, we appreciate you watching that, and we'll try to get more into that debate.
Okay, so we're already seeing some debate in the comments here. We got one for Judge, one for Gunnar. I do think right now those two players have risen up. I don't think it's very clear for either one. You can see based on what Jeff is showing here, Gunnar does have an advantage because he's playing shortstop and he's playing a really good shortstop.
A demanding position, right?
Yes, I know Judge is also playing center field, and that just saying that out loud, I get anxiety. It just doesn't make any sense, especially with Stanton on the IL. There's just no reason to put this poor guy out in center field. And Trent Grisham has actually been hitting okay.
He has.
He catches everything. But I also understand the Yankees are starved for offense outside of these two guys, which is a serious issue they're going to have to address. I apologize to my Yankee fans in the room here. But there's some amazing seasons happening right in front of our eyes here. I think right now, if you had to, it's hard to ignore the fact that Judge has 77 RBIs less than 3 months into the season.
Well, what's crazy, that reminds me of, remember when Josh Hamilton had that ridiculous RBI season before the All-Star break?
Yes.
But Judge seems like he's head and shoulders above everybody with his 30 home runs, but Gunnar has 26 from the leadoff spot. So it's not like he's that far behind. Yeah.
Yeah. I wish we had runs scored on this, but that's okay.
Yeah. I don't know why they didn't put runs scored on, but
I wanted to also say that I am continually flabbergasted that pitchers walk Juan Soto in front of Aaron Judge. I know Soto has a great eye, but at some point, don't you just make him earn it? Instead of like getting all nitpicky on it, you just be like, the hell with it. I'd rather give a solo shot to Soto than a 2-run shot to Judge.
Yeah.
And we may see that if this continues.
And that's what seems to happen all the time. It's not like they walk Soto and then Judge grounds out. He doesn't hit it to third or short, a la Vlad.
Yeah, it's like they're choosing right now to challenge Judge and not challenge Soto. I think right now Judge is pretty locked in. I would be challenging Soto.
Jorge makes a good point here.
Yeah, that's a great point because who's after them? Verdugo's not scary. Torres can't hit.
He had a little hot streak there, but he's come back down to earth substantially.
Yeah. I mean, that's an excellent. That's a great strategy. I think if the Yankees don't adjust their offense between now and the playoffs, we're going to see a lot of that.
Yes.
I would absolutely make Verdugo beat me. I would make who did they pick up? JD Davis. I'd make that guy beat me. I'd make Gleyber Torres beat me. There's no way in hell I'm going after either of those guys.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's neither here nor there.
I mean, what's nice to see here on this leaderboard, which kept off some guys that are our favorites are some of our friends like Stephen Kwan, is the games played. They're all at around 80 games. I'd love to see all four of these guys put a full season in. You see the trajectory they're on. I mean, we could have a couple of guys getting double-digit WAR seasons.
Yeah, which is pretty unheard of, including one. I mean, we could have a DH get 10 WAR. That's getting ahead of ourselves, but it's not impossible.
Yeah, I just meant from this graphic, but you're right. If we would throw Ohtani on here as well.
Yeah, I mean, if you were a baseball card collector and you had none of these four guys, to our viewers, who's the guy you'd be most interested in getting a card of?
That's a great question. Yeah, I'd love to know from the chat, because I think Chris has pointed this out several times, but Judge, despite his injuries in 4 out of 7 seasons, he has not really come down in price. He's always had kind of a high price. So, yeah, I don't know. I'd be interested to hear who people would be interested in. Of these cards, the only one we really have any stake in cards wise is Juan Soto, and I'm still a long-term believer in it. As somebody mentioned in the chat, Adley is older than Juan Soto. Juan Soto's got over 30 career WAR in his age 25 season. He's got a great eye. His eye continues to get better, and he's usually a second half star, and this year's first half has been great.
Yes, I am seeing a great a run of Sotos here in the comments. And yeah, I think looking at this list, Soto is, the hell with it. I'm just going to say stuff like this because I don't have a horse in this race. Soto's the safest out of these four guys for long-term success. The only thing, I think I said this on Spitball, and the only thing that could derail him is if the Yankees don't pay up and he goes to the Mets, in which case we'll sell all his cards and his career's over. But I feel like he knows that. And he seems like a guy that while he has chased top dollar his entire career, Jeff, he doesn't want to languish. He doesn't want to play for a bad team.
Yeah, I think I agree. I think he knows that he could build a legacy here in New York if he played there for another 10 years. He knows that despite their current lineup poor performance that they have been shown in the past, that they're going to spend money and be willing to improve. So
yeah, there's definitely more there now than there is in Flushing, for sure. The pitching staff is great. And I know, fingers crossed that Cole can figure this out. I just hope he's not hurt. I hope he's just working out some cobwebs. We'll see. Sports Cards is right. All these cards are priced high.
Agreed. And BFG says that as well. His price greatness is already baked into them. But yeah, so it's tough. I mean, I can see not buying any of these guys. Chris and I were trying to rationalize buying some Gunnar this offseason, but there were plenty of reasons not to buy him, including his high price. And now his price has only gotten higher and he looks legit. So
yeah, but I also think Gunnar's prices are high and they should be high, but I think he's just played 1 year. He was rookie of the year and now he's having an amazing season, but that's only like a year and a half. Soto's been really good. Soto's been good for 6 seasons now. And again, he's only, what is he, 25, Jeff?
Yeah, 25.
Yeah, to me, Soto is the clear front runner here. And he's going to be expensive, but he should be expensive. But I will also point out that Aaron Judge is also expensive, and he always will be expensive. He's done enough as a Yankee that his cards are never coming down. Unless one of two things happens, and I'm not even going to mention those things out loud.
No, better
I don't think those things aren't going to happen. But so, and I also think Judge's values, like if he can get to 50 home runs this year, which seems like he's on a nice pace, I'd love to see them DH him a lot more than they are, but that's neither here nor there. That gives him 3 50 home run seasons for the most storied franchise in baseball. And I feel like that's a floor. That's a floor on his values that I think he's fairly safe. But Soto, to me, we could be looking at some crazy stuff.
Was part of that championship team.
Yeah.
I want to say Jamie in Washington. Oh yeah. I believe somebody else said, yeah, James. So he's got, and he doesn't have a batting title as well. He's got
Oh,
a
yeah.
lot of accolades for his age. This is an interesting question from Spider. What's expensive for you guys? I always wonder about that if I'm spending too much. It's hard to say, and it varies by individual and player. Like I said, I bought my first Gunner card. Spent $50 on this little beauty. For me, spending more on him just seems too expensive to justify it now. So
I agree. Yeah, I mean, expensive. It depends. Yeah, I mean, it's such like a, oh man, it's just subjective word. But I mean, a lot of times, Jeff and I, like, say we see a Juan Soto card we really like. A card we picked up in the offseason was his Topps Chrome Update Gold Refractor.
yes,
We each wanted that card, but we didn't have, the $5K plus to buy it individually. But we were each able to sell about $2,800 worth of our personal cards, pooled the money together, and bought the card. So I would say that, yeah, that was crazy expensive. But when you can kind of sell other stuff and move into something, it makes it more palatable, especially if you can sell that same player.
exactly. I was just going to say that, especially if you can sell that same player, because the hard part is when you're thinking of a card that's 3 digits or into the 4 digits, it's a huge investment. I mean, at least for us, like we talked about, it varies per person. But then if you have to sell cards of a player to be able to buy into that other player, you feel like there's a lot of opportunity cost or FOMO if that other player that you sold, his cards do well. So it's nice if you could sell some cards of the same player to pick up that player.
Yeah, I mean, for example, if you sold Acuna this offseason to buy Soto, right now you have an emptiness, a pit in your stomach, and that's not a great feeling. It's absolutely not a great feeling.
Yeah.
Hold on. So try to come. Yeah, and this is another great comment here from Dave Dixon. I like to think we all have kind of card budgets in our minds, and if there's something big that you want, you don't buy any boxes. Give yourself like 2 months and save up, and then go for it. But yeah, just don't ever spend money you don't have. Try not to have cards sitting on your credit card for like 3 months. Like, that's extremely dangerous.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I wouldn't advise that. That would just be more stress than it's worth, especially if it's modern players, because as we've seen, all these players are getting hurt. Yeah,
There was some really interesting stuff on Instagram, Jeff. Drummond Collector, also another Teapot account, and Ephus Pitch posted in the last 24 hours looking at first Bowman Chrome auto prices, and how different players stack up against each other. And it kind of shines a light on the likelihood of these ultra modern guys, like they say the last 3 years, their values holding over the next 5 to 10. And it's not likely.
Yes, definitely check that out on Instagram. Drummond Card Collector and Ephus Pitch. They did a little bit of a deep dive into that. That's right. Here Spider says this, which I agree. And even despite these buying Garrett Coles in the offseason, seeing him go down, the gains definitely outweigh the losses, because we love talking about cards. We love baseball. We love getting to see cards we don't usually see, and meeting the people on Instagram is awesome. So for us, it outweighs it. But yeah, if you start throwing money on your credit card willy-nilly, you might feel a little the other way.
Yeah, it can get dicey, and things can happen. Like, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. was the most surefire guaranteed hit for a young prospect that we have seen in a long time. There are very few 80 hit tools in the minor leagues, and he had one for like 2 years. He was the number one prospect. He came up, he struggled for 2 years, then he blew up, and everyone's like, oh my God, it's here. This is who he is. He's the best right-handed hitter of his generation, and now he's not. So these are people, and you just never know.
Yeah. And maybe he will be. See that these guys come up so young, or we're investing in them since they're 16, 17 years old. It's hard to know what's going to happen when they're 25 years old. The other thing I've been doing is trying to get rid of cards I don't want. And that's been a little bit hard, because sometimes you feel like a card should be worth more, or you paid more for a card. But at some point, you just have to push it aside. So I've been selling cards on COMC, which is great because I can sell low-end cards and then use it to buy something I would rather have. And I also use consignment services, which works out really well. So if anybody is looking to get rid of a large amount of cards, there's great consignment services on eBay.
Yeah,
You don't have to do any of the work.
and it's difficult. What Jeff just said there is it's difficult to admit a loss and accept it and move on. And one thing that I thought, one thing Jeff said right there that was pretty interesting is he said, cards I don't want. But if we have cards we don't want, that means, Jeff, that we wanted them at some point.
Right.
And now we have to kind of look at them and be like, okay, that was a mistake.
Well, I feel like that's why this whole hobby has been a journey, and it took us a while to see what kind of things we liked and what sort of things we wanted to put our money into. And yeah, it seems ridiculous to spend $200 on a crappy player from 2012 in a Chrome SSP set. But what we like to do is put those sets together. So I'd rather do that than something else. So I'd rather get rid of the cards that I don't want, even if I don't feel like I'm going to get what they're worth to me. Because really, at the end of the day, all they're worth is what somebody's willing to pay for them.
Exactly. You want to find out what something's worth. You put it up for bids. End it on like a Sunday or a Monday night, and that's what the card's worth.
Once it's gone, the good thing is usually once the cards are gone, out of sight, out of mind, and then you just have that money in your account or money into something that you want. But it is a tough way to go. Yes,
Spider Anaheim, exactly. Like, you know, if you have, say, Rafael Devers, just purely hypothetically, you've got 4 cards that are each worth about $100. You know, you can sell them after fees and everything. You're looking at like, I don't know, $350. You get a slightly bigger Rafael Devers card, and that's, you know, you can kind of keep rolling that up. Because theoretically, you know, if he hits well, everything should be moving up. But I mean, you know, there is a learning curve, and Jeff and I have we've done well on things, and we have done horribly on things.
Exactly. You just have to take some of those losses as you go and be willing to change your methodology. So, right, even though Chris and I have some serious FOMO about Gunnar Henderson because we didn't get any of him in the offseason when we thought we could, and now he's looking like he could be on the road to be an all-time great. He's still, 23 years old. Like Chris said, a great season and a half. But we already seen what has happened to Corbin Carroll and to a lesser extent, J-Rod, even though he ended up with a pretty nice season last year. It's just hard to justify spending those same amounts on those guys.
Yes, and I feel very confident that 5 to 10 years from now, assuming we're alive, we'll own a couple nice Gunnar Henderson cards. But we're not going to buy them right now. And that's the hard thing, is to look at his numbers and like, we're just like, it's hard to celebrate someone being great when you have no stock in it, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. Spider, I appreciate this, but this is not true. You should just look at how many Vlad Guerreros we have and some Gavin Lux that we just sent off to
in 2021. Jeff and I did not. We usually, this is the reason we don't do it anymore. We invested like $200. Actually, we just bought one card. We really like this player. We like Dylan Carlson, switch hitting center fielder on the Cardinals. There was so much to like. So we bought his Topps Chrome Gold Refractor. It looked really clean. We bought it for $200, and we're like, here we go. A PSA 10 of that card just sold on eBay a week ago for $16. So like, because he stinks. Somehow all those tools turned into nothing.
You just don't know.
You just don't know. No. So we don't do that anymore. No more prospecting for us.
No.
Never again. We'd stick to guys that have some that banked some seasons already.
Yeah,
actually, and Jeff,
go ahead.
I was just going to say, like, that brings us to Aaron Judge, and you and I have been strongly considering buying an Aaron Judge card, because I feel like we're at the point now where if in his mid-30s his body falls apart. Yeah, I mean, listen, when you're married and you're 45 years old, being stabbed in my sleep is at least a 10% chance every single night.
That's
at
true.
At least. But some of the things I say, but I think when I get tired, it could be higher on any given night. But yeah, so Jeff and I were looking into getting into Aaron Judge, to buying an Aaron Judge card. So I'd like to talk about that for a few minutes. Unless, Jeff, there's anything else you want to hit about the AL MVP race.
No, but I do, Professor, we don't have time for this now, but I would love to at some point. I have to dig the cobwebs off all my heroes, but I've still been buying some. I showed on the last Spitballing episode a couple new ones I've got. The good part about collecting a guy like Keston Hiura, who had 5 home runs in 7 games for the Angels AAA affiliate last week, is that he's so cheap now, so you can even get good cards for cheap. But we'll do that some other day.
Yeah. Okay. So Aaron Judge, Jeff and I are he has a lot of rookie cards. He came up. The hobby world blew up in 2017 with him, and Topps put him in everything, and rightly so. So he's got a ton of options. So we were trying to like narrow this down. And if you follow us along and listen to us ramble, you know that like images to us feel important. Yeah. So for example, we already can't afford his, right out of the gate, his Bowman Chrome autos, we can't afford them.
Priced out.
So we just don't feel like there's any chance of those cards going up. So, I mean, they're already so high that it didn't seem like there's a lot of room there, you know? I'm going to watch every Judge at bat with keen interest. Yeah. One big swing and he holds his side. I'm sorry. I'm just kidding. I won't even bring that up. Yeah. So we were looking for rookies. He's got a lot of rookie autos. He's got a lot of rookie cards, and he's got rookie variations in a lot of sets, Jeff. So let's just start with the obvious, which would be his Topps Chrome, right?
Yeah.
Which is, of course,
thankfully it was 2017, so it wasn't quite the extreme amount of sets and print runs that started coming a couple years later. And as Chris likes to mention, why they put this giant of a human, this massive raw power fielding on his rookie card, we'll never know.
Yeah, so this bums me out. Like, why is this a defensive image? Why do they do this? Why is like Devers has one in Bowman Chrome, and Guerrero's like his Topps update card is him throwing? I don't get it. I just don't get it. Like, people want hitting images. This image stinks. It's his flagship Topps image, and it's carried over to Topps Chrome, and they use the same image for his auto, which I guess that's great. We like consistency. So I'm not shitting on that aspect of it. I just don't like this picture.
Right.
Because we don't even know if he catches this ball, Jeff.
We don't know. Never bothered to even look.
Nope, doesn't matter. One thing I generally am amused by is the crotch in the top right-hand corner. I think I've said it before, but it's very funny. You got his hand right on his belt buckle, completely unfazed by the fact that there's a baseball flying at him.
Yeah.
So we looked at this card and we're like, I don't know. I don't know. He's got some really cool images in Update, which we learned last week, Jeff, that those are on-card autos, which is unusual for Topps Chrome Update.
And for even that year. Yeah.
And for even that year.
So that's cool. He's not one of Topps' strong suits, Chris.
No. So we were interested just in a flagship black is something that we would be interested in. But even that, like, it doesn't have a ton of black on it. Like, the 2018 design is awesome. 2017 design is okay. But one card we both really do like is this guy. Give me a second to find it. There we go. And I think someone mentioned it in the comments. But he's got a lot of image variations. He has both like Ohtani, he's got a base card image variation, and then he also has an update image variation.
Right.
Because why not? But this card, I like this.
Yeah.
Very serious.
If you're not going to put him up at the plate, what better picture could you get than something like this?
Yeah, he looks like a warrior, holding his sword about ready to go to battle.
Exactly.
And that's what we want. So this card is great. The PSA 10 pop is like 13. There are not very many of these at PSA. Our good buddy Short Print Today has one of the PSA 10s. I think he sleeps with it at night.
Yeah, if you want to see some great Judge cards, definitely check out Short Print Today's account on Instagram.
So given our proclivity, if I may use a word, I certainly didn't learn from the movie Con Air, which I definitely did. Most of my knowledge comes from The Simpsons or 90s action movies. This card jumped to the top of our want list. We have not bought any yet, but this card is very, very high on our list. I like it.
Yeah, it's a great image.
Yes. We were also now if an auto, I don't know, tell me what you guys think in the comments. If what you think about that SSP image. I think it's pretty badass.
Yeah.
Also, in the world of his autograph, I personally really like this card, and I would like to know what you guys think of it. I know we think of Bowman Chrome as like prospects. Excuse me. But this card just looks fantastic, doesn't it?
It's a great image. I love the semi-borderless look of it. Chris and I have always thought that Bowman Chrome rookies were underrated because people either went for the Topps Chrome rookie or the Bowman prospect. But some of the images on the Bowman rookies far exceed the quality of those on their Topps Chrome.
Absolutely. 2017 is one of those. This is an incredible design. Very, very, like Jeff said, basic, borderless, almost like a Chrome Stadium Club, if you will.
Yeah, that's kind of what it looks like.
Yeah, I've seen some people in the comments here. Amari Smith, you're right. 27 update is full of SPs. That just it sort of makes it a little confusing. I know he's got that bat under. He's got another one where he's like in the on deck circle and his bat's on his shoulder, and I think that's the update SSP. But there's way more of those than there are the standing in the dugout bat underarm. Lincoln Thomas, I missed the timing of this, but I'm assuming you are referring to the.
He was. I put that up when you had the
good.
The other image up.
All right. Okay, good. What we got here? Yeah, dugout SPs have a bit of a legacy too. I mean, if you could pair, for example, that the bat under Soto's Judge's arm with the Soto hands on hips.
Yeah, great.
Both in the dugout. That's a nice combo. Okay. So I like this Bowman Chrome rookie auto. I know there's a thing like the idea is like, Jeff, the Topps Chrome rookie auto is your first Topps Chrome card. And the Bowman Chrome rookie auto in Judge's case is like 4 years after his first Bowman Chrome card. So I get why there might be some hesitation, but that image is awesome.
Yeah.
Okay. Next. Yeah. All right. So other rookie autos. Benjamin.
Good point Peeps makes about the Betts dugout SP. That's great.
At a flagship. Yeah. That's a fantastic card.
Good
all right.
call.
So
that'd be a nice collection. Somebody to put together all the dugout SPs.
Yeah.
That would be a fun collection. I'd love to see that.
There are a lot.
Yeah.
Okay. So Benjamin here though is thinking right along with me. Give me a sec. Now I got to find it. I had it pulled up.
All right. So he says Judge Stadium Club rookie auto is what you should go for.
Yeah.
Well, we love Stadium Club. And that's another great image, right?
Yeah.
For the national anthem.
Yes. This might be my personal favorite rookie image for Aaron Judge. Now, I've called him the Marla Hooch of baseball before. That's mean. But I can't help but notice the glutes in this picture, Jeff. That's an impressive cake right there. You can't ignore it. It's right. I got the profile. He's even kind of pushing the waist in with his hand.
Pushing the waist in, pushing the tush out. Yeah, it's
there's a roundness to it that can't be denied.
A very flattering picture of Mr. Judge. And we've talked about this before. This is reminiscent of the Soto second year Stadium Club. His is a little further away, but you got the stadium in the background, the crowd in the background, a little out of focus. He's in perfect focus. It's a great shot. Yeah,
we love a good low angle shot for sure.
Yeah.
I am kind of glad they put his name where they did because it does protect me from any more aggressive homoerotic thoughts.
Distracted. Yeah.
Yeah. But whoever Benjamin, I agree. I think in terms of his autos, this is up there. And I think maybe his rainbow foil, if there is a rainbow foil auto in 2017, there should be. It would be numbered out of 10. That might be his best looking rookie auto. I like this card a lot.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie. I don't know how many there are. I didn't look at the pop report, but I assume it's regularly printed like the other stadium clubs.
Lincoln Thomas says that he has a national anthem SP in 2017 Topps opening day as well.
He does. Yes. But interestingly, and I know this courtesy of our buddy Short Print Today, that card does not come with an RC logo.
Really?
Yeah, it's kind of like an insert. It's more of an insert than it is a base card, if that makes sense. Hold on, let me pull it up. I think there's one on eBay, unless I'm completely wrong. I may be confusing it with something else, but that wouldn't be the last time. Opening day Judge anthem,
or the first time.
Right. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah, here it is. Okay. Come on. Get bigger, he said. No, now get smaller. Come on. There we go. All right. So this is the card that was just mentioned. And this is also cool. But
yeah, no shield on there. That's crazy.
No shield on here. I think it's maybe back at this point they considered it an insert because a lot of players have these. And his name isn't even on the front of the card, which may be why they don't consider it a rookie card.
Is that a Yogi? Is that an 8 on his? Is that Yogi Berra?
It must have been. So I can see there's an 8 on the guy next to him too. So this must have been some sort of Legends Day. I don't know.
Or maybe he had just passed away and they're throwing him on the.
Is Yogi Berra? Did Yogi Berra pass away? I don't know. It might. I don't know. It seems like he should have, but I don't know.
Oh, look at Lincoln Thomas coming through. 8 on the sleeve for Yogi. Yeah.
There you go. All right.
That's what I thought.
So yeah, so I mean, this is not something that Jeff and I were considering. It is a
No,
cool
but
looking card though.
very cool.
He of course does have a Topps opening day variation, but I think this is one of his worst rookie images. It's not, I don't know. That's mean. I won't say that. I won't say that. But it's not great.
It was Yogi Day at the stadium.
Yogi Day at the stadium.
SFO Sox fans said Xander Bogaerts opening day, rookie card SSP had the rookie shield. Again, consistency is not high on the list for Topps. So
okay, but just real quick, those are two different cards. Yeah, the Xander is a sliding image, and that's just his SSP that does have a shield. This card I'm pulling up right now, this is Aaron Judge's opening day SP, SSP, whatever you want to call it. It's super rare, and this one does have the rookie card shield.
Okay, so you're saying that the Anthem one really is more of an insert.
It's more of an insert because there are multiple players. I know Harper has one, a bunch of players have one, but I think it's a separate thing. Yeah, but this, I don't know. I know Short Print a Day likes this card. I can't get behind it. It's just
the image isn't great for me.
No, it's not doing anything for me. I know it's rare, but not a fan.
No. I'm coming around to the opening day, some of them, but especially it's based on image. I love a lot of the opening day images.
But I'm curious because I know we have some. I know we got Yankee fans in here. If you had to pick one Aaron Judge rookie card, which one would you go for?
Right. Yeah, I'd love to hear. It's cartoony. Yeah, Steve, I think so. Yeah. I think that's a good way to describe it. It is a little cartoony.
It almost looks like a crappier version.
M. Parsons is correct. They framed it a little higher than Chris would like. They cut off.
Damn right. That's absolutely right. Anyone? I also heard the mention of glutes, so I'm taking a sip.
Yeah.
But it feels like a crappier version of this card. Like it's a similar, waiting to hit kind of image, but this one's way cooler.
It is cooler. It looks like he's probably putting on some batting gloves. He's got it tucked under the arm there.
It's kind of like he's in his pre-at-bat moment here. Like he's focusing, thinking about the scouting report, getting ready to go do damage. The other one looks like
Soto.
Yeah.
All right. So we got a vote for the dugout.
Okay.
Andrew P says 2017 Topps Chrome update.
Oh man, hold on. What's interesting about Topps Chrome update? Another one of his, the Bowman Chrome image. I think is probably the best image, Jeff. But his Topps Chrome update rookie debut with the batting image is fantastic.
So again, like with Ohtani, they saved the best image for the rookie debut.
Yeah, so he's got this rookie debut image, and then he also has like an all-star throwing image with an auto. I mean, they clearly realized like Aaron Judge is going to sell product, so let's get as much.
Of course.
You can't hate him for, they do own a business. You can't hate him for it completely. This card looks great.
Love
this card. This should be his rookie image.
Yes. But it's technically his second. So does it lose a little luster?
Probably.
Yeah.
I mean, we should look at prices, but yeah, I'm guessing it loses a little bit of.
Steve Martin's Topps Chrome auto. I know for Ohtani, that's a couple steps down. Yeah. Stadium Club, we got a vote.
That image, man, that image is special.
Yeah. Andrew P says, I have this exact card, meaning this one. Great card.
Oh, Andrew P, congrats, man. That's a great card. Yeah. I love a good. I mean, it's simple. Batting stance images like this kind of looks like the Acuna update SSP white jersey at bat card, Jeff. Kind of the same thing.
It is. It's a similar vibe. You're right.
And it actually looks like the Ohtani rookie debut as well. Just flipped around.
It does, as he's getting ready to swing. You're exactly right. Bartomeu says, does he have an Allen and Ginter red ink? I don't know anything about his Allen and Ginter rookies. I mean, do you mean his Heritage red ink, or are you specifically talking about his A&G stuff?
Yeah, A&G, I do not know. And I don't think Jeff and I were prepared to branch out that far.
So no Jason Majors is talking about his Heritage Row 1. So I'm guessing he's probably got some red ink as well. Oh, yeah.
He sure does.
Yeah.
We're looking right at it.
It's Donkey from Shrek Teeth. Yeah, there's some serious.
I mean, listen, we can be very judgmental on this show. My teeth are
Judge.
terrible. I shouldn't judge Aaron Judge, but yeah, I mean, he's got the money. He could get some Freeman veneers. There's no reason not to. In fact, he might have actually. Now that I mentioned
think he
it,
does. He's got veneers.
yeah, maybe Freeman's wife gave him a call and was like, "Go to our guy. We'll get this taken care of." But yeah, this is an awesome card. The 68 Topps design. This is really nice, but this is also aggressively out of our price range.
Yes, can't do that. Lincoln Thomas. I'm trying to picture this one, Chris. 2017 Bowman Chrome SSP.
Yep, I'm on it right now.
Out of the dugout in the Grays.
Yep. Yes, that is a great card. If Jeff can tell you, I'm a huge fan of the Bowman Chrome rookie image variations.
Yes.
Give me a second here.
And Andrew, no, his Bowman is a picture of him at bat, but he's not really swinging. The Bowman rookie.
So yeah, this card is cool.
Yeah, that's cool.
Oh, there we go. One thing I will say, one of my favorite things in Bowman Chrome every year is there are occasionally autos of these, Jeff. Yes. Of the image variations, and they're always numbered to 25. Like we have the Devers. I know Ohtani has one. It's a shit. I don't think they did it in 2017.
No, I don't.
Which is too bad. Either. But I like this card. He looks like he's taking someone's hat out, out to them.
Yeah. Running something out.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a cool card.
Andrew P. Great. Oh, I'm sorry. That wasn't Andrew P. Whoever mentioned this. Great call.
Yeah, it was Lincoln Thomas. But his regular one is him at bat, which we saw before, is not swinging. SFO Sox fan makes a good point here. This seems right. It feels none of these cards really capture the aura of Judge. There, Chris has the one up there. That's the closest we get to a swing.
Yeah, I agree. What was I? Now, outside of Judge's rookies, I will, in terms of that phrase, capturing the aura of Judge, I like it. This is the closest thing that does that, to my knowledge. Give me a second. Let me find it.
Hope it's not him with the needle.
Ha! Let's not start rumors. No. It's just him with like a 6-pack of beer. Regardless of like set or year or anything else, I think this is Aaron Judge's best looking card. All right, everyone take a breath. Okay. Think about what it might be. You can probably guess the body part that's visible.
Oh boy. Oh yeah, look at that.
Just this is spectacular.
What a great card. And it has a very retro vibe. There's a lot of old cards. There are old photos of ball players with a low angle shot, stadium in the background. That's very cool.
Yeah. So this is, can we see Ohtani rookies? LOL. James, we might flip through a couple.
You know what, James? We should do a separate episode for that. We put a video on our site where we talked about Ohtani's best rookies, the ones we think you should target if you're looking. So please check that out. But you're right. We should do an updated version of that sometime, maybe one of these weeks, provided that he still stays healthy.
This is interesting. Steve Martin kind of puts this in a way that maybe we didn't think about it right. But you're right. In this particular image, he doesn't. It's hard to get a sense of how big he is in this particular shot.
True.
I mean, until you realize that Altuve took this picture and he was standing up, at eye level.
Yeah.
But I mean, this card is cool. It's on my list of Aaron Judge cards I would like to pick up at some point. I just, not sure about that.
We've got too many Garrett Coles and Spencer Striders to pick up.
Right. But yeah, I keep coming back to this image. There's just a lot to like here.
There is the drawback, which is something we've talked about a lot, is that Stadium Club is underappreciated, at least from our point of view. We always hold it a little higher than a lot of people do. So as far as holding value or going up in value, it might not have the same cachet as some of the other ones we looked at.
That's a good point. I'm going to pull up. Someone else mentioned another Judge card, and I'm going to try to find the copy. Jeff and I were inches away from buying this card in the off season. I don't want to think about what we did instead because it's just going to make me sad.
Don't do it. A lot of people talking about the second year rookie cups in general. I love second year rookie cups. Lincoln Thomas as the best swinging Judge is his.
Look at this card.
There it is.
Amazing. Amazing. He got the Future Star and the Gold Cup. Not a lot of
Future
people get
Star
that combo.
and the Gold Cup and the 2018, which is the best year of parallels in modern history.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot to love on that card.
There's a lot to love on that. There was a PSA 10 of this floating around eBay for a while in the off season. And Jeff and I went back and forth with the seller, and Jeff and I were like inches from pulling the trigger. And I think we ended up just grabbing another chrome SSP for our set instead. And then someone else gobbled it up. But this is, whoever mentioned this, Lincoln Thomas. Yeah, great choice. Like, this is a fantastic card. This in a black or an Independence Day. I love it. Absolutely love it. And yeah, the second year rookie cups are super underrated, especially when there's like image variations, like the Ohtani Ichiro card at a 2019 Topps Chrome, or Acuna on his knee. I think Soto's sliding on a photo shoot.
Yes, that's all those are great. Crazy one. Andrew says, yes, very clean, attractive looking. John was asking, what were they want for it? I don't remember. Did you remember what they wanted for, Chris?
I want to say it was a $9.99. That was the asking, and there wasn't a ton of wiggle room, and I'm not sure there should have been. You know, we had gone back. I was trying to get him down, and then I forget what Chrome SSP popped up, but we couldn't let that one, the Chrome card, go by for the set. So any saved card money went there.
Went to that. Our friend Cardboard Showcase pops up just to flex some muscle. I have one of those Judge Stadium Club rookie autos, a true gem BGS 95, sweet card.
Okay, well then, yeah, I mean that's a huge check mark in the Stadium Club box, as far as I'm concerned. Like,
if you've got
Mike's got great tasting cards.
Yes, that's another IG account to check out if you haven't.
Yes, I see Filmington is with us here. Please chime in. Let us know, Phil, which Judge card you like the best.
That's right. Yeah, we know Phil primarily invests in Wax and Stephen Kwan, but if he were to buy a Judge card, I'd love to know what he has to say.
Yeah, I mean, you don't want Stephen Kwan to feel disrespected. Just so we do show it. This is, shoot, where'd it go? Oh boy, I lost it. I have way too many tabs open, Jeff.
I can imagine. There's a lot of tab jumping over there.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's like a Saturday night and my wife isn't home. So this is Aaron Judge's first Bowman Chrome auto.
Yes.
This is the card that Jeff and I, this was the first place we went.
Yes.
But it just, once he started hitting home runs in May, this card, it got away from us.
It got away. And like Chris says, this one doesn't even say Bowman first on it, which he thinks would get a bump. And I think it might even get a little bigger bump had it said Bowman first on. But it's still out of our range.
Yeah, it's a nice card. But yeah, the 2013s, for whatever reason, because Topps gonna Topps, there's no first on here. But it could be worse. It could be worse for Judge collectors. Chris Bryant's Bowman first is in the same set, and in no first. But then in 2014, Jeff, his second year, they put the first on it. So it's almost lucky that Chris Bryant's terrible and turned out to be like an asshole who's blaming other players for how bad he is. So no one wants those cards. But that could be a real problem for collectors.
It would have
if he had maintained his all-star performance.
You're right. I appreciate all the talk in the chat about various Judges cards that have been picked up, and I'm going to go through afterwards. You give me some ideas for cards to look up. Bowman Platinum is Judge swinging.
Hold on, I'm going to pull that one up right now because I can't picture it, Jeff. Can you?
I can't picture it either. I can't even picture what the 2017 Bowman Platinum set looks like.
Oh, geez.
While Phil's buffering, I think he might have switched back to the debate. Bazooka Tom said, this isn't a rookie, but I recently picked up a 2022 Topps Finest 95 flashbacks auto. Love Finest. Finest. I bet that looks great.
Yeah, those flashback autos are really cool.
I don't think I've ever seen this card.
Never seen it. Not a set I've looked at, but that's a great looking card. Is that like a spring training game?
Some kind of
spring training uniform?
Gotta be.
All right. I'm digging this dude in the sunglasses in the background here.
Yeah, that's a much more fun picture than they put on a lot of his other cards.
Yes. Yeah. Don't hate it. Bowman Platinum's is a little tough. A little bit further from the mainstream that Jeff and I wanted to go because Judge is expensive. Oh, all right.
Filmington.
like
Well,
them
when
all?
you're made of money like Filmington is, you can afford to buy them all. So there's no need to make a choice.
That's a good point. You just go to your watch list and you slam those buy it
bang,
now.
bang, bang, bang. Yeah. But still appreciated.
The Altuve lens. Oh man, Bartomeu, I don't know. How did you get this buffering image in there? That's the kind of stuff I need to learn.
Yes, that's pretty nice.
Okay, we got a Gypsy Queen comment. Let me see if I can find a Gypsy Queen.
Okay, yeah,
image.
between Ginter and Gypsy Queen, I have no idea what Judge rookies look like.
Gypsy Queen cards are kind of sneaky cool looking occasionally. I know Freddie Freeman has some nice looking rookies.
Zinc, yes, thanks for joining us. We've been talking about Judge for roughly the last 45 minutes. So if you've missed it, you'll have to go back and listen. We're just trying to look for a good card to buy.
Yeah, so yeah, Jeff and I are in the market for a Judge card. We're taking any and all suggestions.
Yeah, there have been some good ones.
All right, so yeah, I just found it. Jeez, I got a lot of tabs open.
Donnie likes the fortune teller Gypsy Queen Judge. Another.
I'm not sure which one this is. I like it. I like that image.
Okay, yeah, that design's pretty cool. I like they left the spot for the auto. Similar photo to his Bowman, right?
It's kind of similar. It looks like the rookie debut image to me.
Yes, that's what I was thinking. The rookie debut image. Yeah.
It is similar to the Bowman Chrome image. Is like a 2 seconds later, like he's starting to swing.
Yeah,
but I don't hate it. I mean, like I said, Gypsy Queen can be sneaky interesting.
Yeah, PSA 9. It's at 3:30 now. How much time's left on that auction, Chris?
Oh boy, which one did? 2 days.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a great place to go if you just want an Aaron Judge rookie auto, but you don't want to, pay through the roof. You just want to be a part of it. Then that's Gypsy Queen is probably a good spot.
James has thrown out 2020 Stadium Club Gold Minted as his favorite Judge. Well, we can get behind any gold minted.
For sure. I'm trying. What's the 2020 image? Is that the one from behind? Oh boy.
Oh boy. Careful what you say.
It's like
M. Parsons doesn't like you doing all the sharing because you don't get to see my targeted ads. It's probably
I think Jeff got a little gun shy for sure.
We're trying to keep our monetization. Thankfully, none of them showed up when we were doing the MVP comparison.
Jeff, what was the card? I'm sorry, 2020 Stadium Club.
Gold minted.
Gold minted. Yeah, I was trying to think if this was this out of Chrome or the Stadium. Is that the fist bump card?
Is that the fist bump card?
Yeah, I'm not seeing any gold minteds for sale, but his base card is kind of cool. Here, well, I'll just pull up a base card.
Okay, so apparently, oh yeah, there's the base card with the fist bump. Oh, I could see that as gold minted. That's a cool image.
Yeah.
Fist bump to the photographer.
I mean, you're lucky he didn't kill the guy.
Yeah.
His thumb was probably
that is a large fist.
It's a large.
All right, Chris. Some comments here. Lincoln Thomas. My wife wanted me to tell you her favorite Judge card is the one with Altuve next to him from 2018 Topps. Yep. That is a ridiculous card. It almost looks fake, right? But it kind of shows you what size you need to be.
Speaking of things that look fake, I don't know. Did you guys see? Oh, damn. What game was it? Okay. It was what after the Braves game. The Braves played the Yankees over the weekend. I think the Yankees won the middle game, and it was the Fox game of the week. Aaron Judge was interviewed by Ken Rosenthal after the game.
Oh, man. No. Was he up to his shins?
It looked like Gandalf talking to Frodo.
I bet.
It was outrageous. I tried to go as mainstream Lord of the Rings as possible. The two biggest characters, even Jeff would get that one.
I know that one. I got that reference.
Appreciate All right, that. Good. There we go.
And a very important question from Wills on behalf of someone else.
Yeah, I mean, it's the length of the thighs. He doesn't have Strider's thickness, if you will, but his femurs, I mean, we're talking a good, 2.5 feet?
Is that what brings the power? The length of his femurs?
There's a lot of speed could be generated there. Ooh, the James Lombardo says the field. Oh my God, the images, the tabs. I mean, the Field of Dreams image. All right, hold on. What year is that?
Is that what you talked about for gold minted? The Field of Dreams gold minted?
Wait, what set was that though? Was that in Chrome or was that in Stadium Club? I want to say it was in. Hold on. Oh boy.
Maury Smith, this sounds like a great win while Chris is looking that up. I bought a BGS 9.5 2017 gold label class 3 blue out of 50 judge for $100. It's just so many names in that title.
Yeah, that's a lot of words.
And sold for 600 before the season. Huge return.
There it is.
Nice. That's great. What's up, Lucky Peter? Thanks for joining us. Nunzi, thanks for joining us. We've been a lot of judge talk this evening.
Okay.
Yes, there's a lot of talk about the thighs creating a lot of leverage, long levers. Yep.
We're always talking about length on this show. I don't know why that is.
David Spivey says it was Stadium Club, not Chrome, for the Field of Dreams image.
Okay. Here we go. Yeah, I pulled up the Chrome. I guess this is just the Chrome parallel. But yeah, this is a great looking card. Another shot where he looks kind of small, right?
Yeah.
Even Aaron Judge next to Field of Corn. Yeah. He does. He has some really good looking cards, but for rookies, Jeff, it's tough.
A couple people. Why don't you pull this one up to finish this off? The leaning against the railing. A couple people mentioned that. Arms on railing. LJB mentioned it. John and Dad Sports Cards.
Yep.
Give me a sec. That's an SP, not an SSP.
I think you are. I believe you are correct.
That's as LJB says. Yes.
That's leaning on railing.
Yeah. What do those run?
Hold on. Bouncing around here. That's a PSA 10. It is currently at $449 or best offer.
Okay, so it is a cheaper option.
Cheaper option, cool shot. God, my eyes it's weird. Like that other arm behind him with the white glove.
It looks like an arm is bent in a weird angle, doesn't it?
Yes. Yeah, I'm trying to because you can see his right hand is on top of his left elbow, but then what is that weird?
It's his third arm. It's his third arm, Chris. Lucky Peter, we did take a look at that one earlier. That's a beautiful shot with the bat under the arm. Yeah.
Yes. All right. So then this is, if that's the update SP, this is the update SSP.
Okay.
So
another just kind of standing there. This is even less swinging than before.
Yeah, it looks like he's up at the plate, and I don't know, like someone gave him a math problem to solve, and he's really working it out in his head. But I don't know. I like the bat underarm right now. That the Series 1 or whatever it is, Series 2 SSP is definitely. I think that's where we're leaning.
Yeah.
It is. It's hard to ignore the thigh thickness here. Maybe it's the pinstripes are adding some width.
I think Phil is fanning himself wherever he's watching, so he can't chime in. But yeah,
I believe it. But yeah, I do like this image. But off the top of my head, I feel like there are way more of those than there are the underarm, if that makes sense.
That's typically how it goes. I'm trying to think of 2017, but that's typically how it goes with SSPs in Series 2 versus.
Yeah, definitely more an update usually. Right. Let me just. All right, I'm moving pretty quick here. But yeah, so I mean, I don't know. I think Jeff and I are going to pick up an Aaron Judge card relatively soon, so it might be time for everyone else to
sell him while you can, while he's still on the field.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, bat on left shoulder, Jeff. We're looking at 88 total copies at PSA 3510. So that is fairly low, but roughly 3 times what exists of the.
That's lower than I was expecting. Yeah.
Yeah. But about 3 times what the bat underarm is. And where's the? I'm looking for the railing, or what that would even be called. God, he's got a lot of cards in update, Jeff. Very similar to Ohtani in 2018.
Yes. The update checklist is short, but they stuff it with stars multiple times.
Oh, it's got to be a typo.
I'm looking. Donnie wants to know. Here's a good question.
Oh, it's got to be.
Why are there more update SSPs if it's printed less than Series 1 and 2, Chris?
Because they just print more of the SSPs.
Yeah. It's not printed at the same ratio as the base card. So
yeah,
if it was, you're right. There would be much less, many fewer in update, but it's not.
Oh yeah. Yeah. You just look at like the 2018 rookies, like Ohtani and Devers and Albies, like they're in Series 1 and 2 and their SSPs are in a PSA 10, I mean, you're looking at like, I think it's like 25 for Devers, maybe 10 for Albies, and about what, 13 for Ohtani. But when you get to update, they're all over 70 for the Acuñas, the Soto, and the Ohtanis. So yeah, they just print more of them in update because they know that that's what people. Wow.
The short answer to this, Matt, in your guys' opinion, why is set building gone by the wayside? The short answer is money. It just costs so much to build a set, and you wonder if it's really worth it. I think we were looking at this year's Topps Chrome set, Chris. Isn't it a 300 card base set?
300 card base set.
You get about 70, 72-ish base cards per box. So
give or take. Yeah. I hesitate to say that
5 boxes to even get close to having a set. You need 5 boxes.
Yeah, and you're going to get duplicates. It's not going to happen. I will say that I can't agree that it's quote gone by the wayside, because we know some people on Instagram that do various sets. One gentleman we're friends with, whose name escapes me right now, used to do Stadium Club Chrome, the refractor set. And Ginterwood Minis is currently doing the 2024 gold foil set.
Yes, I think people are gravitating towards smaller, more confined or more specific sets rather than just trying to collect the base set. Like when we were kids, we would just try to put together the 87 top set, all 792 cards, over and over again, right?
But little did we know how we could just wait 30 years and buy it for $5.
Yeah, I mean, we're still trying to put some sets together, except our sets now are the 2012 through 2014 Chrome SSPs, which are 20 to 25 cards.
And it's damn near impossible, Jeff.
Yes. And like Donnie says, if you want a base set, you could buy it for cheap.
Yep.
Chris and I still put old sets in binders. So if you still do that, if you want to do that, you could probably buy it really cheaper.
Yeah, as kids from like the late 80s, there's stuff like 84 Donruss, 84 Fleer, 85 Tops. If we can buy those sets right now for like 1/10 what they would have cost back in the day.
Yeah, that we never had back there. Nobody ever had those.
And it's fun to put them in pages and just you can leaf through them on a rainy Sunday afternoon.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, so some more numbers real quick. We said 88 of the bat on shoulder update Judge SSP. The bat under arm is 35 total and 11 PSA 10s.
Ooh, that's a low gem pop as well.
Oh, yeah. That's very Ohtani-esque. And the leaning on railing is 851 total with 292 PSA 10s.
Okay, also a low gem rate, but a much higher population.
Yes. So, I mean, there's a lot of cool stuff.
All right, Lucky Peter, he's doing sets. Completed his 2022 Topps Update Gold out of 2022's. Already started a second one.
Awesome. Whoa. 2 of the same set?
2 of the same set? That'd be, yes. I want to hear why about that, Lucky Peter. Congratulations to Jimmy. Just found out today that my Harper Bowman Chrome 2012 auto got a 10. Congratulations.
Nice.
I don't know about this set, Donnie. 2008 Back to School. Great images. I don't think he's talking about the Rodney Dangerfield movie. I don't think they would have made a card set 33 years after the movie came out, but
probably not.
32 years roughly. But sounds cool. Right. I love any sets that people can find to make. It's a great idea.
I think it was Lincoln Thomas, but correct me if I'm wrong, Jeff. But whoever mentioned the Aaron Judge Bowman Chrome variation that coming out of the dugout, just want to get some numbers out there. They're 145.
In the grays? Yeah. What's that?
145 total at PSA with 121 PSA 10s. So that one's pretty close to what the Ohtani is in 2018.
Yes, and a much higher gem percentage than his paper ones.
Yeah, unfortunately, I think those got more common around the 21, 22, 23 sets because those cards are great.
Yeah.
All right, we are approaching the 2-hour mark.
Yes, thanks to those of you who have stuck with us or flipped back and forth between us and the presidential debate. I'm sure it was enthralling. Chris, anything else you want to say before we sign off?
I just wanted to chunks. Well, yeah, there was mention of Shohei Ohtani, so I just wanted to talk about 2 eBay auctions that ended this week that were both Ohtani and both up for bids. So give me a second.
Some auctions. Quick. And is Ohtani going to be the last man standing? Thanks, Jimmy B. Really appreciate the support and watching. If you guys don't already subscribe, please do and hit that like button. Yes, Jamie, call your parents. Summertime, give them a call, tell them how much you miss them and appreciate them if they are still here. All right, Chris, what auctions do we got?
Okay, so first one, right back to Stadium Club. Why not? We've got Shohei Ohtani's chrome refractor insert / parallel, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
Really cool card. I'm guessing this is an introductory press conference. Thankfully, Ipe is not visible in this image.
Yes.
These are extremely hard to pull, really hard to find. And this card's just great. You can see all the color popping off of it. This is a PSA 10. I think the pop is about 10 of these, maybe a little bit more.
Yeah, that and the refractor, that's the best version of it. It has a lot of different parallels, but this one's striking.
Well, let's not downplay the gold minted, Jeff. But
true. I was thinking the sepia and the orange.
Oh yeah. Of course, the paper parallels. No, give me this one all day. Yeah. You can see like the red pop in the rainbow behind it. Anyway, so this was up for bids, and I didn't know what this was going to do. I was watching it. I was kind of pleasantly surprised to see other collectors dig in this card because it cracked $1,000.
$1,000.
That's a ton for a Stadium Club, like non-gold minted card, non-auto.
It is, but Ohtani's hot. I mean, that's still pop 28. It says under there.
Yeah, there you go. All right, so a little bit more than I said. Yeah, just under. So I mean, I'm guessing most of those that are out there have been subbed.
Have been graded. Yeah. That's a nice card. Great find.
That is a really, really nice card. All right, one more Shohei Ohtani that ended a couple of days ago. And I want everyone to guess what price this one went at.
Is that a red or a pink? I can't quite tell.
It is a red sapphire, Jeff.
Oh, red sapphire. Okay. That's the extra shine.
Yep. That's right. Numbered to 5.
Stuff.
Numbered to 5.
Gold
Cup. Card number, hold on. I was going to say card number 1 of the set, but card number 250. I forgot Acuna's won that year. Look at this. Look at this beautiful color match.
I would guess about 1,500 to 2K for that.
Okay. I was also watching this one, and in the last 20 seconds, it went from, it stopped being something I was even considering throwing a bid on.
Got a lot of guesses. 1,200, 2,450, 2,500, 1,500, 1,300.
All right. Yeah, this is one of Ohtani's best images for sure. And it's probably one of the very best parallels of that image. Sapphire red. Whew.
SFO Sox fan says this is from the J. Couve collection, all numbered number 1 from the Chasing Cardboard show.
Really, really cool card. All right, so I'm going to tell you, none of you are within $500 of what this card ended at.
2250. Okay, so we're talking like 3,500.
Now we're getting somewhere, Jeff.
Oh, Cardaholic says 3,500.
Cardaholic with a pretty good stab at it. Not quite.
Wow. $4,000. Raw.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah. Really cool. I mean, unless this thing is bent in half, the fact that it's ungraded doesn't really matter.
No, it doesn't. You're right.
But goddamn, that's a lot of money. That's a $4,000 second year non-autographed Shohei Ohtani card. Holy hell.
Yeah. He's got his fan base. Non-rookie. That's right. John, Dad. Yeah.
Yeah. You got to think that the fact that it's in this Chasing Cardboard YouTube show probably pumped there. I'm guessing it was getting pumped pretty good. That's a hell of a card. If you're going to spend $4,000 on a non-auto Shohei Ohtani card, I guess this is a place to go.
It begs the question, would you rather think about what rookie card of him you could get for $4,000? Would you rather have a much more common rookie card of him for $4,000 or this, a very rare second year card with the cup?
Yeah. I don't know. This card this card has a lot going for it. I will say that.
Yep.
If I'm gonna spend $4,000 on a sapphire card, the question is, would you rather take his? Oh, that's a great question, Jeff. Would you rather take his base sapphire rookie or this?
Is that about what the price would be for the base sapphire?
I think so. Yeah.
The pitching image.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah.
That is really tough.
Mm-hmm.
I'd probably go with the base rookie card sapphire, but I could see going with this as well.
I don't know. This card, it's tough. It's tough.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. I overstated slightly. Oh no, that's a BGS. All right, the last PSA 10 of Ohtani's Sapphire Rookie, the base card, sold for $3,200.
So you could
So
get a
those are-
PSA 10.
Yeah.
Wow. Nice.
I don't know though. We don't know how many of those there are. Maybe I
Right.
think 250, something like that.
That's
at this.
the estimated, right? About 250 print run on there.
It's really interesting to look at Ohtani and be like, I'm going to spend $4,000 and debate where you put it.
Yep.
Man, I don't know. This card is beautiful though.
Yeah.
The rookie probably seems safer because it's got that RC shield, but goddamn, this is something special.
Yeah. I couldn't fault you either way.
No.
This one.
No. All right.
All right. Well, thanks everybody for sticking with us. Like I said, really appreciate all the support. If you didn't get to watch the whole show, please go back earlier and check it out. And anything you want to add, Chris, before we go?
I think Jamie Kerrigan said it best. Give your family a call this weekend. Check in, see how everyone's doing. July 4th is coming around the corner.
Yep.
Everybody
Absolutely.
behave yourselves over the holiday. We don't want to hear about any drunken shenanigans from you guys.
And a reminder that SSP Thursday is coming up. It's going to be
Ooh.
Independence Day as well. So let's see some great images on Instagram.
Yeah, if anyone thought I was a little bit sloppy last week, heaven help us on Thursday next week for SSP Thursday on July 4th, Jeff.
Yes.
It's like a convergence of holidays
On the
coming
4th
together.
of July. Thank you, everybody. Donnie, congratulations.
Yeah.
Next time we see you, you'll be a married man. So I hope she knows about your card collecting proclivities before you get married.
Oh, wow.
Does it work?
Maybe proclivities could be our next drinking word, Jeff.
I
That's
like
twice.
that. I like that, twice in one day. That's a lot of syllables. All right. Thanks, everybody. Really appreciate it. We will see you soon.
All right. Yeah, cheers.